Get a couple. So, gonna give you a little BFL Toho recap. Usually, when I go to Toho, this is what I like to throw. The old BBZ shad swim bait. Of course, I left the box that had all of them but one home. And I casted one off first part of practice. So I didn't have that. So I had to improvise. In practice, I was fishing, some shallow water grass, fishing some potholes, stuff like that in the hydrilla. And anytime I come across those holes, I was catching some fish. Of course, I had to improvise instead of throwing that swim bait. Ended up tying on the 6 Sense Speed Glide and started bringing that across the grass. Caught one about 3 pounds in one spot, and then caught a couple other smaller ones, but nothing like what I found in the tournament. And then day of the tournament, I started out in the morning a little bit earlier with the Berkley prop bait and caught about 25 or 30 fish. A lot of 2 to 3 pounders, but nothing really big. Then got into a spot where I found a fish on a bed, had come out and chased a frog, and ended up catching that fish on a Gambler 8s, flipping in there. It's probably one of the easiest bed fish I've ever caught. Literally went right down to it and ate it. Then after that, of course, I had about 12 to 15 pounds with that fish in the boat, my other smaller ones, and put the swim bait on and went to work. And my co-angler even told me, he said that bait was magical, to say the least. But between the prop bait and the swim bait, that was kind of the... So I'll give you a little closer look. That's the 6 Sense Speed Glide, the bluegill color. Can't tell you the exact color I caught them on because it was pretty special, but worked out pretty good. Berkley prop bait, old Spro popping frog, killer gill, and the old tried and true Gambler Ace. Like I said, the Spro shad, BBZ shad, is usually my go-to up there, but I didn't have any of these with me because the box that I needed was right in there, in the John boat, hiding from me. I'm usually not one to be big on superstitious stuff or meant to be kind of things, but I knew going into the tournament when I drew boat 116, with the number 16 and 61 being kind of like our family crazy lucky number that pops up everywhere when you go to get gas, when you check out of the grocery store, places like that. It's a number that always pops up. And when I drew 116, was either going to be really good or really bad, and of course it turned out it went really well. And I even joked about before, my registration number was 126. I was like, man, I was only off by 1. Could have been 116, and could have had both, but it was kind of special, kind of interesting how that played out. And definitely was a day where everything was clicking. Fish from 100% clean. Had 2 fish over 7 pounds, another one about 5.5, 6. My smallest fish being a 4-pounder, and was basically throwing back 2 to 3 pounders all day long. I got to give a shout out to my co-angler. Man, he was right there, and definitely was one of the better net gladiators I've had in the boat with me. So pretty special. So 27 pounds, 6 ounces, and that's the biggest bag that I've actually ties the biggest bag that I've weighed in a tournament. So I was pretty proud and pretty happy to have finished the way that I finished. And I really, coming into weigh-in, thought I needed one more. I figured the guys going down to Kissimmee were going to catch 30 pounds, and I just didn't think I had enough. Best part of the whole deal, went up there this weekend, pre-fished Friday, fished Saturday. I literally burned no more than 5 gallons of gas through the boat the entire weekend, and was able to stay close to the ramp, not run too far, and played out pretty good. So I'll give you one more tournament tip, something that I've learned, and it's happened to me now twice. Always carry a jump box, because when your battery is running those pumps and everything all day and you're not running the boat, not moving around a whole lot to charge the batteries, definitely something to have in the boat with you. That little jump start kit, it's an $80 kit from Costco, and definitely got me back to the ramp and was able to jump start the motor 2 or 3 times during the tournament, so worked out pretty good.